Hello, Hawk Radio. Happy Friday. Happy Memorial Day weekend. This is Emily. Welcome to Emily's Playhouse. This is episode 2. In case you missed last week's episode, I am Emily Ryan. You might remember me from Yeet Deets last semester, and this is my new show. So we've got a show coming up. I am not liable in saying whether it will be good or bad, but it's a show. We're going to be continuing my discussion of all the Marvel movies by talking about The Incredible Hulk today, one of my favorites. I'm going to be talking about the new Double Dare reboot on Nickelodeon, which is coming out about a month from today, I think, June 25th. So that should be exciting. And also, one of my favorite bands, Panic at the Disco, released a new song off of his album. And so I'm going to play it for you guys, and we'll talk about it, and it's going to be good. So stay tuned. All right, that was Vacation by the Go-Go's, and I hope all of you guys are enjoying your summer vacation, kicking it off this first weekend of summer vacation for some of you. I thought we would start off today's show by talking about The Incredible Hulk, one of my favorite Marvel movies. In case you missed last week's episode, I just started binge watching all the Marvel movies. Infinity War motivated me to watch all of them finally. I mean, I'm kind of 10 years late, but, tardy to the party. But, yeah, I watched The Incredible Hulk a couple weeks ago for the first time, starring Edward Norton and Liv Tyler, who is Steven Tyler's daughter. And I thought it was really good. I know some people don't agree with me, but I thought it was a really good movie despite Mark Ruffalo not being in it, the current Incredible Hulk. But the basic plot of it is basically, it's about Bruce Banner, and it's just his exposition. It tells about how he became the Hulk. I mean, it doesn't really talk about how he became the Hulk. It's kind of like afterwards. It's about like a year afterwards. It doesn't really go into that kind of stuff. They do a montage in the beginning of him getting all the gamma radiation and stuff, but then after that it's like how he deals with it. So it's not your normal superhero exposition story. I can't even talk today. Exposition. But yeah, I'm reminded of the Spider-Man movies. There's like a zillion of them, and they all tell the same story. It's so you know the story, and but this one was different. It talks about afterwards, and I really liked it. I really liked one of the things that really hooked me on it was their use of motion capture. I've always liked motion capture. It's really it's like the technology of tomorrow to me. And ever since the Desolation of Smaug came out, Smaug, with Benedict Cumberbatch, I've been fascinated with behind the scenes and how they do that, how they take these real people, these actors, and put CGI on over them. I love that stuff. I could talk about it forever. But with The Incredible Hulk, it was different for at least this movie. I don't know how Mark Ruffalo does it, but with Edward Norton, especially with the facial recognition, what they did was they took this translucent powder and green powder, neon, and they put it on his face, and they were able to instead of how do I explain it? They were able to capture the most realistic aspects of his face. You know what I mean? Every eye twitch, every wink, every facial twitch, all of that. They were able to capture that with this makeup, and I think that's the coolest thing. And they were saying in the video I watched, it's better, it's more random than the random dots on the face that they usually do for motion capture. And I just think that'd be really cool. Imagine the movies that they could use that for. I know Ninja Turtles did that, but imagine how more realistic it could be if they use that makeup technique. I think that's awesome, right? But yeah, The Incredible Hulk, I highly recommend it. Alright, this next one is Misery by Maroon 5, and I'm playing it in dedication of my sister. She really wanted to hear it. Enjoy. You're listening to Emily's Playhouse on Hawk Radio. This is 24/7 by Big Time Rush. That was 24/7 by Big Time Rush, a song straight off of my summer playlist from when I was like 13. You know those songs that like are released during the summer and like you associate them with like every summer after that? That was what that song was. So welcome back to Emily's Playhouse. I'm Emily Ryan, your humble host. And this next segment we're going to talk about the Double Dare reboot. If you know me and you've met me, you guys know that I am really into like stuff from the 90s and just throwbacks and all that kind of stuff. And Double Dare was a show on Nickelodeon. It aired from 1986 to 1993, and it was a trivia show hosted by Mark Summers. I know him as the guy from Unwrapped. He hosted Unwrapped, that show on Food Network. But he also hosted Double Dare, and they're reviving it, I guess, this summer, which I'm super excited about. And just yesterday or 2 days ago, they announced the new host. Her name is 𝘰𝘮𝘪𝘭𝘺. I guess she's a Viner. I'm not familiar with her, but and a YouTuber. So, but my sister is aware of her existence, so it sounds exciting. Let's see. I have an article here from The Nerdist, and it says that YouTube star and actress 𝘰𝘮𝘪𝘭𝘺 has been tapped to host the revival of the classic game show, which is now set to premiere at 8 p.m. Monday, June 25th, so a week from today. And I'm assuming it's on Nickelodeon, obviously. Meanwhile, original host Mark Summers is set to return to the new version of the show, providing his color commentary on challenges along with his vast knowledge of the game. Oh yeah, so basically the show was a trivia game, but the contestants had the option to dare or double dare the other team to do these physical challenges, and they were really, when they say physical challenges, they were physical challenges. They were really gross. They were really messy. Lots of slime, because, you know, Nickelodeon in the 90s. But I didn't really grow up watching it. That was way before my time. But from what I've seen, it looks really, really fun. What else does it say? Double Dare, which became a hit for the network when it premiered in 1986, features two teams competing to win prizes by answering trivia questions. They were, I'm assuming, topical at the time. Probably if you watch reruns, they're not so topical, but maybe this reboot will have some topical questions. Features two teams competing to win prizes by answering trivia questions, completing messy, physically challenging stunts, and finally taking part in an obstacle course that includes a human hamster wheel, gigantic mouth, ringer, and the Double Dare nose. When I think of Double Dare, I think of that nose, and it like spewed slime out of its nostrils, so that's what I think of when I think of Double Dare. It was the network's longest running game show, and various iterations have aired in syndication. This is a dream that I have been dreaming to live, said Koshi of her new gig. From watching Double Dare to hosting it, I am ready for a summer of slime and nose picking. Added Summers, who was the show's host from 1986 to 1993, I can't think of many shows like Double Dare that have the ability to bond people together. Those who grew up watching the original series can now pass along their love for this game show to today's kids. It's an honor to be a part of this reboot. And also kids who weren't born during that time, but wishes they were, can watch it now, like me. Yeah, that's about it. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I'm going to be sitting in front of the TV watching the new Double Dare, and I'm a fan of, the old stuff too. So if you're going to watch the new Double Dare, check out the old stuff first, give them the OG, give them some credit. But yeah, definitely check it out. A week or a month from today, June 25th at 8 p.m. on Nickelodeon. Tune in. All right, this next music break is I by Cody Simpson featuring Flo Rida, another throwback. I hope you enjoy it. You're listening to Emily's Playhouse on Hawk Radio. Moving right along with our music break, this is Istanbul by They Might Be Giants. Love that song. Welcome back to Emily's Playhouse. I'm Emily. It's weird not having the other guys with me from Meat Dudes to play off of my awful banter, but we're making do. So This next segment is about one of my favorite bands, Panic at the Disco. I mean, I wouldn't consider them a band. They're a band, but they've rotated so many members over the years that it's just Brendon Urie featuring other people now. I think they have a new bass player that's a girl, which is pretty cool. But it's Brendon. He's the talent. But yeah, so like I think it's been like 2 days now. He released a new single off of his new album called High Hopes. The album is called Pray for the Wicked, and he like immediately jumped on it and recording it right after his stint in the Broadway show Kinky Boots. He was in Kinky Boots, which is fitting for him. I didn't see it, but I saw pictures and I think he looked great. But yeah, he recorded this album like right after, which is crazy because his last album, Death of a Bachelor, came out like only 2 years ago, and it seems like it hasn't been that long, and now he's releasing a new one. And he's only released 3 singles off of it so far, but they seem pretty similar in like genre to me. I mean, I don't know what the rest of the album is like, but they're kind of like Frank Sinatra-esque, and which is good for him. He's really evolved over the years since his emo days. But so High Hopes, he released it May 23rd, so yeah, 2 days ago. And this is the description on the video that he wrote. Brendon says, "I spent too long not setting my expectations high enough, worried about how it felt to fail. I hit a point when I realized I had to aim high and fall, in order to keep growing. This one is for all of you who helped me go through it all. I thank you, Brendon." So, I mean, with everybody like graduating or finishing their first semester of college and stuff like that, I think he released it at a very good time for everybody. I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited to play it for you guys. Before I do, so his album is called Pray for the Wicked. This is the 4th track on it, and also he announced a stadium tour with it. I kind of talked about it on Yeet Deets, but he's coming to Amalie Arena here in Tampa on August 1st, I believe, and I'm excited. I'm going to it. I'm taking my little sister Kristen with me, so we're gonna be, I'm hoping, like spit or bleed level to him. But I'm really excited to hear all these songs live. Panic at the Disco, I went to his last tour at the amphitheater, and it was really cool because I knew all the songs off of that album from hearing my sister listen to them. But it's really cool going to concerts where you know all the songs. I don't know. I like that. It's like one after the other, you know every single lyric, and it just makes it more fun. So I'm hoping this tour is the same way. I'm excited, and I hope my sister likes it too. But this, out of all the 3 other singles that he's released so far, Silver Lining, Say Amen Saturday Night, and this one, High Hopes, I think this one is my favorite. I've been listening to it on repeat for the last like 2 days, and it's just really good. And I hope you guys agree. I think it's really good. It has a good message, and yeah. So without further ado, let's get to it. High Hopes by Panic at the Disco. I don't know about you guys, but in my opinion, that song is Grammy material. Alright, so this past week, I watched that movie, the classic movie, 13 Going on 30 for the first time with Mark Ruffalo, and it ruined my life. So in honor of that, I'm going to play this song by Whitney Houston, which was on the soundtrack. So enjoy and stay tuned. Welcome back to Emily's Playhouse. That was the Double Dare theme song. I thought I'd slip that in. But from 1988 to 1993, that was it. So I'm really looking forward to that reboot. I don't know about you guys. I'm gonna wrap up a little bit early today, I think. But a moment of reflection before I do. Today, we talked about The Incredible Hulk, one of my favorite Marvel movies with its awesome motion capture technology. I don't know. I guess that I think that technology, I like it when actors can really put themselves into it. And that's a hard thing to do, especially when the character is like completely CGI. I like watching the behind the scenes videos of like how they made it. But I think it's really cool, like when they can just put on this layer of makeup and you can tell it's them. Like you can put their facial expressions and wrinkles and stuff into this character. It makes it more realistic, and that's more so for Edward Norton's Hulk. I don't know so much about Mark Ruffalo. I don't know how much input he has on the character, but he's really cute, so I forgive him. We talked about that Double Dare reboot. I don't know very much about that Liza Koshy character, but I am a fan of the original with Mark Summers. He was really, I don't know, he was just a good host personality. So I don't know. I hope it's hard to ruin a game show, in my opinion. I think it's gonna do good. I'm really hesitant when it comes to reboots. There's a lot that are out there, especially for Cartoon Network coming out. I think I saw, but Double Dare, I think it's gonna be okay, and I'm glad. I love it. I love that the next generation can enjoy it. You know. But yeah, I hope they keep. I'm reminded of there was one real quick. There was one video I remember of. It was like the first challenge they were ever recording, and I'll have to find the video and I'll put it on Instagram. But it was like the first challenge of Double Dare, and it was this kid had to look for like a tiny key in this like pillow full of feathers, and he dumped the feathers out, and he's looking for this key, and I guess they forgot to put it in there, so they had to retake it, reshoot it, and retake it. And I forget what happened the second time, but like, I guess it was like maybe right on top, and he found it like in 2 seconds. So they had to redo that and make it look more like a challenge. And the third time they forgot to put it in again, so they had to redo it, and so on. And they had to do like a zillion takes of it, and that's my favorite. I remember when the Nick Hotel was here, they used to do like live tapings of Double Dare for the hotel guests, and I never went. I went to the Nick Hotel, but I never did Double Dare. I have stage fright. But I know that's what they did, and I think a friend of mine was part of it once and got slimed. You know, it's a cool experience. You know, I miss Nickelodeon Studios at Universal. I never went. I was too wasn't born when that was there. But oh man, I would kill to see some of the relics they have there, the old Nickelodeon stuff. It's Blue Man Group now, I think. But enough about that. Check that out a month from today, June 25th at 8 o'clock on Nickelodeon. And also, we talked about Panic at the Disco. Check out, I forget what episode we talked about it on Yeet Deets, but check out our discussion of Panic at the Disco. I think it's on YouTube or my Facebook page for Yeet Deets. We talked about them. And we talked about the milk fic, which I don't want to talk about here today, but we talked about it on Yeet Deets. So, yeah. What's coming up? Next week is June 1st. That's the next time I'm going to talk to you guys again. I have a special song coming up for June, in honor of June, the month of June. It's gonna be June. That's not it, but you get the gist. I think I want to continue talking about Marvel movies. I am currently on Thor 2, which is arguably the worst. So I say, my friend says that it's a good movie, but it's not a good Marvel movie, you know. So I don't know what to think about that. I hope it's watchable. I've been procrastinating because I honestly want to skip over it and get to, I forget what the next one in phase 2 is, but I want to skip over it. I want to get to Ragnarok because Hulk is in it, and I love the Hulk. So I'm about 10 movies away from that right now, so I gotta wait and I gotta be courteous to the other movies, I guess, and give them my time, and so I know what's going on. Oh, anyway. I am on Thor 2 right now. I just finished watching Iron Man 3, which is really good. I don't know how much time I have, but Iron Man 3, all 3 Iron Mans are really good in their own way. I don't know. I need somebody here to talk to me about their opinions on Iron Man 3, but not a lot of people like the second one, and not a lot of people like the third one. I mean, the first one's the first one, you know, exposition again. Oh, I can't even say it. Exposition. But the second one people don't like because it's like, I don't know why they don't like it. The third one, they don't think, the third one is, I know why people don't like it. It's because he doesn't have his super suit. So they don't feel like it's a superhero movie. But I like it because it shows Tony Stark, like, really him. Like, it shows that he can be a superhero without it, and he's dealing with anxiety, and that's a real thing. That's why I like the Hulk, because he deals with stuff that real people deal with, you know? It makes them relatable. See, it all comes back around. But, yeah, I don't know. People don't like Iron Man 2 because it's just, I don't know, they don't like it. I'll talk to some. Tell me why you don't like Iron Man 2. That's going to be this week's poll. Why don't you like Iron Man 2? I like it. I think it's funny. But they don't like the fact that they changed Rhodey to Don Cheadle in that movie. I don't know. I forget. But there was a whole discussion on my Facebook about why they don't like it. So they being the people I talk to, my peers, my friends. So why don't you like it? Why do you like Iron Man 3? At first I couldn't decide whether I liked it or not. But I decided I do. It's really good. But what was I talking about? I went off the rails. Oh yeah. Next week I'm probably going to stick with that theme of Marvel movies just because that's what I'm into right now. Everybody's into it because of Infinity War. So I'm going to be a normie. I haven't decided if I want to talk about Thor or Captain America yet. You decide. I'm probably going to be Captain America because I have more to say about him. I wasn't a fan of Thor. I don't understand enough about gods or Viking culture to talk about Thor, but he's hot. So he's got that going for him. What else? Television wise, I don't know. That covers movie. Television wise, I don't know what's going on. Maybe another voice actor. What voice actor do you want to hear me talk about? It's been almost a year since I met the whole Rocky Horror cast, so that's pretty cool. I met them all a year ago at MegaCon, which is this week. Hey, MegaCon's this week, so if you're going to MegaCon, definitely be safe, take pictures. Send me your MegaCon pictures. Maybe I'll post them on something. I don't know, as long as they're relevant. Send me your superhero MegaCon pictures. Marvel, at least. Don't send me DC. I don't care about that. And music-wise, I don't know yet. Send me your song requests, too. Just send me everything. Talk to me, please. I'm lonely. Oh, God. Anyway, I think that's gonna wrap it up for today. It's been fun. It's been real. I really enjoy my time talking to you guys this summer. But yeah, stay tuned. I rebranded the 𝑦𝑡𝑦𝑡𝑦𝑡𝑠 social media to fit this show, Emily's Playhouse. So be sure to follow me on Facebook. I think the name is still 𝑦𝑡𝑦𝑡𝑦𝑡𝑠, but I think it's under Emily's Playhouse, the URL. So I don't know, just go on my Facebook, Emily Ryan. It's there, I promise. Twitter, it's at Em's Playhouse because they're dumb and they didn't let me have Emily's Playhouse because it was taken. And Instagram, it's at Emily's Playhouse. So definitely give me a follow if you don't already. And stay tuned. I've got a lot of stuff planned to talk about this semester, and it's going to be fun. And I hope you join me. Call in if you'd like. I got a phone here. I don't have the number, but it's on there. It's on social media. It is. And yeah, send me a request. What else? What am I forgetting? I forget stuff a lot. I don't know. I'll say next week. So yeah, thank you for joining me at Emily's Playhouse today. In honor of nobody, I'm Emily Ryan, and we'll see you next time.